This is Bob Anderson from Factory Direct Modulars. You know, I've talked about this, that there's this cycle where things just go crazy, before you hit a peak, and then you watch it all come tumbling down, which is, kind of what I'm hoping is going on right now. But when I see something really crazy, I think it's important that I point it out to you. And this is again, a lot of times in my previous videos, when I talk about my homes versus a big box retailer, I'm not necessarily talking about the exact same home, because a lot of these big box retailers, they sell a watered down version of a lesser quality home. So all I can really do is compare my better structured home with the similar or sometimes exact floor plan against their home that they have with a lesser quality structure. And all I can do is say to you guys, that my structure is better than their structure, and you just kind of have to take my word for it. So when I get an example that is exact, I think it's great that I can bring this up to you. The big box retailers are having a hard time getting inventory, just like I'm having a hard time getting the houses I'm ordering delivered and built too. I mean, because there's the labor issues that we've talked about. It's not a supply issue. Now, are there supply issues? Yes. But is that the reason houses are taking so long? No, it's not about demand either. It's about labor. When the labor doesn't show up to the factories, and the factories are running at 30 or 40% employment capacity, you're not going to get the houses. And this is across the board in the industry, across the board. This is not just a specific factory. Anyways, so I've harped on that enough. So one of the things I've been doing, because I lost a whole bunch of my floor plans, is I'm preparing myself for the other side. I'm preparing myself for when the cerveza sickness is no longer the news of the day that the TV tells you about. So in doing that, I've been working diligently on rebuilding my floor plans and rebuilding my pricing. So I've been doing some floor plans and having them worked up by a factory in North Carolina, for example. And I got another factory that I'm supposed to have a conference call with about getting some of their floor plans started into my website. But anyways, this is all stuff I'm working on behind the scenes. Well, in the process of doing all this, I started running some numbers on 4 floor plans that I got drafted up yesterday. And I got done running the numbers, and I'm just sitting there going, because again, I'm your advocate. That's what I feel like. I'm the advocate of every person that buys a house from me. When I have to spend money, I get upset. So I looked at some of these houses and I was running the numbers, and I'm going, holy cow, God, that house looks expensive. And then I go to the next one. Gosh, that house is expensive. I mean, for me to build it, the house is expensive. So, again, a lot of this is reflective on the point that the factories can't get the houses out anyways, but the overhead still exists. I've talked about that. So anyways, hopefully this rectifies itself when everybody's forced to go back to work. All right, but that being on the side note, because inventory is hard to get, even these big box retailers are being forced to step out of their comfort zone of buying their trashy houses and seeking some of these higher quality houses like the ones I do. So I just said to myself, man, this house looks expensive. Let me go look and see what these big box retailers are selling it for. Well, lo and behold, in the process of me doing that, there's a big box retailer that's the closest one to my house. So I'm not cherry picking, just the closest one to my office that I'm sitting in right now. It's 7.2 miles away. And I pulled up their inventory of houses. And this big box retailer starts with a C. You can do the rest from there. And I happen to see, holy crap, they have the exact same house that is from my preferred series. That is, preferred series is currently right now is my top selling series of homes. I said they have the exact same house on their website, and I looked at the price and I went, holy cow, that seems expensive. Let me go look at my price again. So I went and looked at my price. Well, my jaw hit the floor because my website turnkey price for the exact same house. So now I don't have to sit there and say, well, my house has got 2x6 sidewalls, theirs has 2x4, mine has this and this and this, theirs has this and this and this, mine's off frame mod, theirs is on frame. None of that. I don't have to do any of those comparisons. I literally can say my exact same house versus the company with the big C's exact same house. My exact same house is cheaper completed than they're selling the house alone for. Then you're selling just the house for. Which, by the way, just to run the numbers, to actually build the house, to deliver it, set it, foundation, heating and air, plumbing, electrical, steps and decks. And you remember my homes, which of course their mind is probably blown because they have an off-frame mod on their lot. Holy cow, we got to get a crane? I mean, they're probably reading the manual on how to build one of these. Anyways, I've got that running at least $34,500. So when I ran the numbers, I added the $34,500 that it would cost me to build that house that's sitting on their lot on a piece of property that's already improved, and put that house at $211,740. I'm selling it for $172,600 with all that stuff. The difference of over $39,000 for the exact same house, exact same factory. Nothing different. That is just ridiculous. That's insanity. That's insanity. That's absolutely insanity. To sit here and look at their website listing the house for more than I'm selling the whole thing completed with the keys in your hand. Either I'm out of touch or they're out of touch. I don't know. Anyways, you guys may or may not know, my life would be a lot easier if I worked for that big box retailer. Because, and the reason I say my life would be a lot easier is because all I'd have to do is turn the light switch on in my office in the morning, and I'm already ahead of 80% of the general managers that work for that company already. So, but I choose to do this. I choose to do what it is I do, which is to take on the responsibility of everything while knowing in my mind I'm building you a better quality home than at least 99% of the homes that that big box retailer even sells. Do they have one of my homes now? Yes, it's because they can't get any inventory. That's the only reason. As soon as they can get their own inventory up and running again, they'll drop this stuff like a hot potato. They don't know what to do with this quality. They have to read a whole new script. They don't even know what to do this. An off-frame mod? Oh my God, what do we do now? You mean we got to get somebody with a crane to put it together? You mean we got to do collar ties and tie the roof together? Holy cow. Oh my God, we might have to take a class on this. Anyways, I thought I'd point that out because the insanity in the housing prices, as far as I'm concerned, is still there. If you need to buy a house, please don't make this mistake. Don't make it. Do you know what the math is? I'm going to tell you quickly what the math is on $39,000. I'm going to do this on my calculator. I'm going to do 3.5% interest rate, 30 years, payments, times 360 months. That's a $63,000 mistake that you would make on your mortgage payments over the life of the house if you did a 30-year loan. $63,000 mistake by buying a house from that big box retailer. I don't even know what to say. Everybody, have a good day. Oh, and like I said, I'm working on some floor plans that I'm adding on to the website. It's going to take me probably at least another month or so to get at least, I've got like 15 that I've targeted to put on the website here soon. I will probably be taking quite a few off again. These are probably going to be net transactions because I'm getting rid of some of my headaches that I currently have in my business, so that I can continue to strive to serve more people. If I have headaches that are beyond the people, I need to remove the headaches that are beyond the people. If any of you ever run your own business, you may know what I mean. Have a good day. Talk to you later.